So we just had a chance to take a look at motion capture and how all of that magic works. Right now I'm with Channon, a line producer for FIFA 13. Thanks for being with us.
No problem.
So motion capture is really cool, but where do we go from here in the game?
Well, I think actually motion capture is kind of the middle of the process, really. So, before we come in here and actually start shooting exactly, the kind of moves that you're seeing today, is we look at the beginning of our project and see what kind of things do we want to add this year. Is there anything that we want to refresh? So, obviously, what motion capture does for us is brings that real all-important authenticity of movement, the way players move within our game. Is you can't do it any better way than this. So, really, what we're doing is looking at the new features we want to add to our gameplay this year, and then we sort of create a shoot list of the things that we want to capture. Be it, was it a new shot? Is it a new way to do passing? Whatever it may be. And then, create a shoot list. We come in here, get it. And then after that, it's then looking at the data that we get and then applying it to all those new features. Or it might be that we're just refreshing some stuff. It might be that we're adding some new sequences that just, for celebrations, for, after a goal. It might be that we just want to change the way players run within our game. It's creating that shoot list first, and then we capture it. We'll then take that data and then apply it into the game. And it's really how the game comes to life, how it comes together, and ultimately, in FIFA, there's nothing more important than moving the player around the screen, and this is a huge part of that.
So taking a look at all the motion capture that we saw today, how long would it take to take something like that and put it into a usable format in the game?
It's actually really quick. This process has been perfected over the last sort of 10, 15 years, where it would take weeks, and now we can have data back fairly quickly. And then once it's in the game, it might need again tuning and tweaking, because obviously we need to break out of different animations. The game can't feel sluggish in any way. So it's a whole long process, but taking the data from here and put it back into the game now is pretty quick.
So if we look at FIFA in specific, is there anything new that you could tell us about this year that we could look forward to?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's lots of new things. We're building off of a great year last year, and we've obviously had a number of good years with FIFA, and this year making massive leaps again in gameplay. We created a piece of technology called the Player Impact Engine last year, which changed the way collisions work within our game in a dramatic way. Really building on that, much more physical play in terms of having physics both on and off the ball. So there's a real battle for possession, completely reworking the way attacking AI works in the attacking third of the pitch. In previous versions, the game could feel somewhat static at times, but now we're making much more dynamic runs off the ball. So it feels like you've got way more variety and options in attack. And another big thing, I think, what we feel is one of the biggest changes we ever made to FIFA is what we're calling first touch control. So actually making the ball react in a much more realistic way. So when the ball comes to the foot, in previous FIFAs it always felt like it was pretty stuck to the foot. Now it feels there's a bit more separation. It's much more realistic and dynamic, which really changes the way our game plays.
There's more than motion capture to this, with writing, directing, coding, and testing to get each title done as well. It may look like fun and games, but this is an industry where you need some serious intellect and hard work to really make things happen. They work hard so we can play hard.
Well, that was a fantastic tour of EA's studio, but I think there's some time to do a little more research. You ready to go, Graham?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. Now, if you'll excuse us, we've got a little more research to do.
Let's go.
Gotta get connected.